morning, it's Harvey Jackson. We're just going to get through some news items here. Some canola sell targets are getting triggered. Food pyramid is flipped in the U.S. First off, Minnesota, there's the ice shooting. Man, oh man, it was hitting the airwaves yesterday as I was traveling for a bit. And that's all I could talk about is, I guess, Sirius Radio obviously has mostly U.S. channels. And of course, this was the big controversy. And yeah, it sounds like there might be a big focus to send even more troops up to Minnesota. And I don't think everybody's going to be thinking that's a welcome thing, but that's for sure not. So you can see the food pyramid actually has proteins and fats and healthy fats all at the top, and then cereals at the bottom. You know, nothing. I don't think that was unknown about this, but and here's you can obviously see that in their press release they had to have the Secretary Agriculture Minister alongside. RFK there as well. I think that, just for photo ops, it's probably a lot better anyway. And I put this in here because I keep on seeing, the differences between what he said and what they said. That's happened with China. Now it's happening with India, because let's think about the China story here as well. There is still, like, the China does not say that there's any commitment for the 25 million metric tons for soybeans going forward, other than the 12 million that they are going to buy, or they have almost bought by now. Jobs numbers are coming out on Friday for the U.S. And expected to be unemployment rate is likely to dip. Another merger looks like it's going to happen in the metals. Glencore is going to get bought up by Rio Tinto, so it's going to make the largest mining company, and they're after copper and out of coal. These storms are definitely hitting Ontario over here, and it just seems to keep rolling in there. And here you can see it passes pretty quick. You can see some more storms hitting Vancouver there as well. Loading is going to be a little bit tougher over there, that's for sure. Have a look at the dryness in Brazil, and if we're going to look at temperatures, if it's going to actually have a big impact over here as well, and it just doesn't. So, like, it's not too hot with that drying out that we see, but this drying out keeps on getting pushed into the 10 to 14 day forecast and should be getting closer, but we still haven't seen it. It just keeps every day we report it, and it's just not getting any closer yet. So maybe the market will get excited about lower soybean production. Canola, when I took the snapshot, is at 629.90, so just shy of 630. Rapeseed at 470, just up slightly. Soybean oil up a quarter point at 49.70. Crude oil is up another $0.50 a barrel at 58.11. And U.S. Harbor diesel fuel is at $2.13 a U.S. gallon. Soybeans up 5 1/4 cents. Wheat, basically, or Minneapolis wheat is basically just half a penny down, and your Red Winter and your Chicago are down 1 to 1 1/4 cents. Milling wheat is down $1, and corn is flat, and Canadian dollar is down again. So just quick look here, you can see that we've had a pretty good run in here. We did put in our targets in that 628 area. It could go a little bit higher, but just realize that the targets have got hit on the overnight. We did push through that number with our, and now we're sitting at 630 at the moment. So if we just have a look at the comparison, just a short-term comparison between the European rapeseed and canola, and European rapeseed is up 4.8% in that same timeline, and canola is up as we speak at 4.5%. So you can see which one's leading. It's actually the European rapeseed. And if we just look at the that this is priced in Canadian dollars as percent move up, and if you price it in US dollars, you're only at 3.5. So you're muted a bit because of the Canadian dollar going down. So if that makes any sense. Canadian, here's your November futures, has not had that same percent rise, that's for sure. And European rapeseed has actually had a really good leg up. So if you look look at it when you're doing your price comparison, we're at $130 price differential on the front months of European rapeseed and canola. Soybean oil futures, a big nothing sandwich here. And so we need this to rally so that canola can continue, especially with the supplies that we have carried over. Soybean futures, still, you can see that there's a rally there, but it's not a big one. Crude palm, nothing. Even your crude oil, you can say that, oh yeah, we have a green candle here, but holy smoke. When you look at just the last few months, that's not a big move. Canadian dollar still on the slide down. Vice versa, the U.S. dollar index is going up. Brazilian real, this should be putting pressure on the Brazilian real as far as being competitive to the U.S., but they're still selling soybeans. Gold, nice trend up here. Same thing with your copper, and the news of the merger probably is going to help elevate that even more. Silver, there's a lot more volatility at the end of this, but I fully expect that it's going to break out by the look of that chart, or totally collapse, but I think it's going to break out at the moment. So when you're looking at wheat, there's really a nothing story here either. You can just flash through all of these here. You can't. Your Kansas wheat, it's at the top end of a curve at the very least, and you would say the same thing with the other. But I'd love to get back into these higher ranges. And here's your corn. It's been doing nothing for quite some time here. So yet to get trade estimates for the WASNI, but the labor force survey is coming out tomorrow.